Dark Souls isn't just one of the most influential games of all time. I'd argue it's one of the best games of all time. So, when I heard that one of my best friends hasn't played a single Dark Souls game in his life, I had to change that. Joining my friend Kyle in his first quest through Lordran will be my other friend, Socrates, and I. Yes, Dark Souls is designed for single player, not co-op, but come on. Who doesn't love the idea of a band of brothers marching across the land, slowly but surely realizing a prophecy and ultimately saving the world? Before we get started into the video proper, let me introduce our characters, as we've woven them into the world with a bit of our own lore. Allow me to introduce the main character of this series, Kyle's created character, Sir Saunders.
An explorer from a faraway land, Saunders had heard tales of the land of the lords and wished to witness the lands which birthed life, which birthed the soul, which birthed fire. Traveling across the countryside, he eventually made his way to a certain mountainside where he was captured by hollows, throwing him into the Undead Asylum. It was there that his story truly began, or rather, it's where Saunders first stepped into a much greater story than he could have ever known.
Next up is my character, Mr. Fire.
Hailing from the Great Swamp, Mr. Fire journeyed to Lordran in order to learn their pyromancy, inspired by his former companion Laurentius. The elder pyromancer had often spoken of Lordran's revelment for those of his trade, and how it was the home to the godmother of pyromancy. Mr. Fire, however, was more interested in the unique techniques that could be learned from such a land. After all, where better to learn how to manipulate fire than the birthplace of fire?
Last up is Sock's character, Hadel.
He just got lost on the way to the bathroom and ended up in Lordran. That's all we know. Shit happens, don't ask me.
Our story begins in the Undead Parish, after Sir Saunders had vanquished the Taurus demon and conversed with the Knight Solaire. Saunders learned from the Sunlight Warrior the benefits of jolly cooperation, ultimately joining forces with Mr. Fire and Hadel.
Oh no!
Oh my god, that schnoz, it really is you! It was there that we first bared witness to the style of combat used by Sock's character, in that he preferred to beat his enemies unconscious with his fists. This strategy of extreme caveman violence proves to be surprisingly effective throughout the game. Sir Saunders, on the other hand, took a more traditional approach to moving through the troves of hollows as a knight. Finally, Mr. Fire used his fireball spell to introduce the local populace to the dangers of global warming. With our combined talents for high levels of violence, we were able to make our way through the parish without much difficulty. We even encountered some local wildlife in an armored boar, but we quickly called the population.
I'm gonna pull his guts out.
I got my power back.
Oh! The boar's on me! Missed its asshole! Ow! As a proud hunter, Mr. Fire took its head as his own, a testament to his insanity and strange sense of fashion. On our way to ring the first bell of awakening, we encountered some vagrants that attempted to introduce themselves in typical British fashion. They didn't pose that much of a threat at first, but that changed once we found a sizable group of them next to a channeler. They must have been trying to host some sort of hyper-masculine violence orgy, as they weren't too pleased to be interrupted by us. This all got worse when the channeler began practicing a strange ritual dance that made the Hollows hunger for violence, and we were on the menu. All right, I'll start by burning the meat boys. Oh god! All right, he's buffing them. We'll just funnel them through here. Burn! With a bit of strategy and the benefits of actually wearing clothing, we managed to give the knife-wielding homeless a one-way trip to the big Waffle House in the sky. With that out the way, it was time for our band's first real test, the Bell Gargoyles.
Oh shit, cutscene!
Yep.
With just Danny, that's cool.
Gargoyle.
Oh shit, it's Gargoyle.
These guys have one of my favorite designs in like all of gaming.
Gargoyles are underutilized.
Agreed.
Is it just the one, right?
Huh?
With Mr. Fire's proficiency for arson, Sir Saunders' skills with an extremely sharp weapon, and Zach Hadel's deafening screams, the Bell Gargoyles were no match for us. Alright,
Damage it.
jump him! Ow. Uh-oh. How did I not take damage from that? Beat him to a fleshy fucking pulp!
Uh-oh.
That's the two of them.
Oh, yep, the second one spawned. Okay.
Ouch.
Alright, let's try and lead one away from the other.
Okay,
Oh.
we got caught by it.
Bye, guys. I did what I could.
No!
Oh god! Oh fuck! I'm bad at the game!
I got
Oh, I
one!
got one of them.
Alright. Alright, it's just this first one.
Oh, no way!
Aw.
I'm back roll.
I'll avenge you! Just take it nice and steady. Boom. Boom. One more. Good night, Bell Gargoyles. We even took one of their tails as a trophy. It seems that Mr. Fire's admiration for big game hunting has rubbed off on his allies. After a decisive victory, Sir Saunders successfully rang the first bell, its echoing chimes reverberating throughout our games.
Yep.
Yep, I got my cutscene too.
Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, we heard it.
That's sick.
So far, what would you rate this sort of experience?
Honestly, 10 out of 10. Like, the dying really didn't even get me that pressed. I was just disappointed in myself, but, you know, first time playing. Overall, like, this game is pretty fucking sick.
Hell yeah, man. And it's only going to get better.
Yeah!
To ring the second bell, we'd need to get to the infamous Blighttown, which was hidden away under the Undead Parish, as it should be. Truly, you will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy in all of Lordran. It's populated by mosquitoes, small Brazilian ticks, and worst of all, the obese. The first step to arriving at Slop Central, the Lower Undead Burg. As soon as we attempted to gather ourselves together, I was attacked by a bloodthirsty dog. It must have assumed that I was a small child because it was quite literally spasming as it charged at me. It was more of the same, although the locals weren't happy about a bunch of outsiders coming in and killing their pets. If you ask me, though, it was a perfectly justified response. We're trying to save the world, and they want to attack us? We chalked the Lower Undead Burg as a lost cause, becoming missionaries for Sir Saunders' prophecy. As most missions tend to go in our world, it was received extremely warmly, and with screams of joy. Ah! Hey, robber!
I beat him in his home.
Making it to the end of the Burg, we encountered our next great foe, the Capra Demon. So before I head in, there's two things. First, What the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, I had to pray real quick.
Flanked by 2 dogs, this boss can be quite the challenge if you're facing him alone. Thankfully, we weren't. Instead of a Florida man and his rabid canine companions being the issue at hand, a knight spouting prophecies, a swamp dweller who loved arson, and a man who really needed to use the bathroom took that role instead. As the Capra Demon was on its last legs, Mr. Fire maniacally screamed in the boss's ear as he set him ablaze. Not wishing to deal with a trio of likely insane wandering numbskulls, the demon let itself be taken by the fire. I can respect its decision. Truly, it was a impressive foe. By defeating the Capra Demon, we found a key to the depths. A city with a maze-like sewer system home to giant rats and unholy mutants? As a New Yorker myself, I felt right at home as our characters entered this sludge-filled extravaganza. The Depths is another notorious area in Dark Souls, home to arguably the single deadliest enemy in the entire game, the Basilisks. While they may appear rather unassuming, these little guys are actually the #1 group of cigarette consumers in all of Lordran. They smoke so much that their breath is straight up lethal. You know how smoking ads will tell you that chemicals build up in your lungs and crystallize as you smoke, or something like that? The Basilisk's secondhand smoke is so deadly that if you sit in it for more than a couple of seconds, you are instantly killed. What's worse is that your health will be halved until you use an item called a Purging Stone, or as I like to call it, a Stoma. But before you deal with the Basilisks, you have to deal with the Butchers. These lunch ladies are just as meaty as the crap they feed to the rats, and not in the good way. They're so strong that they can face tank some of Mr. Fire's brand new spell, Fire Orb. This didn't bode well. The trio's foes were getting stronger. In a twist of fate, though, Zach Hadel ended up finding the depths quite enjoyable. Unlike Sir Saunders, who ended up experiencing the severe secondhand smoking I mentioned prior. Oh, Christ. Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay! Run! This is the fucking Basilisk! Get back! Oh, fuck.
It kills me instantly?
Yes! Zach Hadel apparently hates, and I mean hates, rats.
What are you about to do with your fist? It's
Stewart,
going
little Stewart, die!
I don't know if I actually hit any of them.
Guys, I have a rat problem.
Holy shit, Danny!
What?
Look!
Yeah! What's his name?
I'm gonna talk to him. Let me go, I'll look for the trapdoors.
If Zach Hadel suddenly disappears, we know that there's a trapdoor.
We're gonna come back and he's gonna have, like, defeated all the fucking
Oh!
Baskel.
Hey, that's where,
Rat!
Lordran's rats, he hates them. The bigger rats, he hates them. The supermassive rat, he really hates that one. Small, normal-sized rats, we never found any, but he probably hates those as well. According to Socrates, Zach Hadel's hatred for rats spawns from a single incident. One day, while perusing the streets of New York City, Zach Hadel had bought a calzone. And it was a damn good calzone. However, it was too good for this world. A large rat leapt up from the sewers, stole it from him, and retreated from where it came. Whenever he sees a wild rat, it reminds him of the sewer devil that stole his big calzone. So, yeah, he beat most of the rats we found into a fine red paste. At the very bottom of the depths, the party found something, well, rather lewd. Honestly, I don't know if I could show this on YouTube, but in the spirit of storytelling, I'll take a chance and show you guys what we found. You boys ready to see
Yes.
the giant?
Dude.
All right.
Let me handle him.
All right.
Welcome, Kyle.
Ugh. Ooh. Dark Connors? That's a snake. Oh, that's not a snake. I don't know what the hell that thing is. It's like Suck's grandmama.
My grandma's dead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jesus.
The Gaping Dragon proved to be the single strongest foe Sir Saunders' group had fought yet. Attempt after attempt, death after death, the mutant stood tall. It was only after Saunders and Zach Hadel had been incapacitated on one fateful attempt that Mr. Fire managed to do this. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4! You the little... Alright. Got him!
Let's go, baby.
Praise the sun! Oh! This was really starting to worry the group, though. Would they really be able to finish the quest? Could they see Sir Saunders to his journey's end? Was he worthy to link the flame and save the world? Or would he just go hollow, like so many did before him? What's worse is that before them lay the treacherous, infamous, final obstacle before they could ring the second bell of awakening. Mississippi. I mean, Blighttown. We had to go to Blighttown. For the most part, things actually went alright as we entered Shit City. Sure, we had to be careful of the locals spitting poison darts at us, but that's nothing we aren't familiar with. The average Blighttown resident has the same physique as the average My Hero Academia fan, so we're able to keep up with them in a battle. One guy in particular gets punched so hard in the head by Zach Hadel that he actually forgot how to die, which was a interesting sight to behold. Ah, crackhead! Holy shit, wait, there's one in this room! Remember, you can break out of grabs by mashing right trigger bumper. Nice.
Is he dead?
Well, now he is.
No, he's not.
What the fuck?
God, almost fell off. Why is he not dying?
I think he's glitched.
Guys, say cheese.
Everyone take a
Jeez.
picture with Jeez.
Wait, hold on. Who the fuck broke that? You may be surprised at how well we were doing traversing Blighttown, as we hadn't had any casualties so far. This area is infamous for its precarious heights and lack of guardrails. You know, the architects shouldn't actually fear me, a pyromancer. They should be afraid of something else, something far more malevolent. The government. That all being said, it was about time we had our first mishap of the area. I've gotta say, it's quite a fall from grace. Oh no, not this thing.
I don't even want to walk across this thing.
Alright, hold on, let me...
What'd you say, Suck?
Is there a soul on that guy's body right there?
Yeah.
You can walk across over here.
Goodbye.
Danny just... How did you fall?
It moves.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle, you want to go back the way I thought we should go?
I just crossed the bridge that Danny was trying to.
No, you're crossing the bridge Denny's trying to.
Yep. This is working.
After completing our descent of Blighttown, we found ourselves in the Mississippi marshes. What a pleasant change of scenery. I'm sure poison swamps won't weasel their way into any more of FromSoft's games. Miyazaki, you f***. Finally, we make it to the next bonfire. With it, we're ready to fight our next foe, We're ready to ring the second bell of awakening? Or so we thought.
Let's see how my wife's doing today. Honey? Oh, shit. What nice legs you have. Nice thorax, babe.
Wait
this
for
is
it.
Where's she at? Yes! Yeah!
Please.
Yay!
Oh.
She is my wife.
Perhaps it was the game scaling Quelaag's health into the stratosphere because she was fighting 3 of us. Maybe it was because me and Kyle forgot to actually upgrade our weapons up until now. Or we were just outmatched at the moment. Just like the Gaping Dragon, she seemed like an immovable wall. However, this was a wall which Sir Saunders desperately wanted to copulate with. Sure, in this fight it didn't help that she was fully immune to Mr. Fire's pyromancy, but this fight was hard. Harder than any that had come before it, and harder than quite a few that came after it. Attempt after attempt after attempt, we failed. We died again and again. Eventually, enough was enough. There was a shortcut to Firelink nearby, and with it, we could get to Andre the Blacksmith, and I could finally upgrade my weapon. It was just about as nerve-wracking as navigating the rest of Blighttown, but I made it. We made it. Finally, we would be dealing actual damage to Quelaag. Plus, we had a new strategy up our sleeve. Sometime prior, we had been invaded by an NPC called Man-Eater Mildred. Alluring name, I know. If one of us stayed behind, we could summon the defeated Mildred to fight in that person's place. Now, you may be wondering, there's no way an AI would be better at fighting a boss than a person could. That's true. She hardly understands the concept of temperature. However, for whatever reason, Mildred is an absolute unit. She can tank Quelaag's punishment and lava better than either of us can. Better than Sir Saunders wishes he could. With our upgraded weapons, new ally, and some new fashion to boot, we took another stab at finding Sir Saunders a wife. His proposal to her? Not a diamond ring, no. A claymore. A claymore up her arachnid ass, baby!
Back up, back up.
Yep. Alright.
Okay, the shield is the way to go.
Yep.
They kill me?
Nope. You live.
Keep running, Kyle, just keep running.
Yep. I'll try and draw her. Yep, she's on me now.
Right. Come on, Mildew. Get on it. Get on it, Mildew. Stop running into the lava. Stop running into the lava, Mildew. Come on.
Come on. We got it! Ah!
Yeah, baby!
Praise the sun!
Guys,
Mac
I
and
hope
cheese,
this
mac and
promise-
cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese, mac and cheese. Oh, dude, I went and prayed and disappeared.
And with that, our second bell was rung. Its chimes echoed throughout Lordran, reverberating all the way to the mountaintops that Anor Londo lay atop. With that, our next and most hellish step of our journey was staring us down. The gates of Sen's fortress had opened. If you thought Blighttown was bad, you haven't seen anything yet. Sen's fortress is an absolute madhouse. More dizzying heights, more traps, stronger enemies than ever before. However, I had something up my sleeve. A brand new weapon. One that I didn't even know existed in this game prior to recording this run. The Titanite Demon's Catchpole. Despite its high rarity and even higher obscurity, many would dismiss the Catchpole as a mediocre weapon at best. This is due to having its attack power split between physical damage and magical damage. However, this downside is only really applicable in a PvP scenario. In PvE, on the other hand, the split damage was actually a boon, and quite a large one at that. Without its magical ability to pierce through the snake men's rock-hard abs, there's no telling how stressful Sen's Fortress would have been. And trust me, that is not to say this area wasn't our lowest point yet. Our humanities were fading, and we were constantly being invaded. It took some serious ingenuity to fight back against these odds, and even then, we were doing it by the skin of our teeth. Alright, and then just block. I'm gonna just take a peek. Oh, he's here. He's
there.
Yep. Alright, hold on.
He's so close to death, man.
Yep.
Right.
Ow, fuck. Oh, he's low.
Hold on, back in.
Yep. And let me see. Yep, he's healing. He's here. Alright. What? How the hell?
No idea, man. Dude has no honor.
Hold on. Fuck, if I wasn't using the wooden shield. No fucking way! Dark Souls netcode, please. Holy fucking shit. What? You were not behind me! Backstab. And get fucking shit on.
Did you get him?
Yup.
Good. Proud of you, buddy.
Ah. This was hell. Honestly, there was a part of me that questioned if we were going to be able to get through Sen's Fortress at all. It was an absolute cesspool of annoyance after annoyance, and I could tell Kyle and Socrates were getting actually angry at the game. Honestly, I was too. But in our darkest moment, I reminded my friends of what was yet to come. What was just beyond the end of the fortress, just over the tips of the mountaintops, that glowing, glistening, golden city from the legends. Peak, I called it. Once we finally broke through Sen's Fortress, we would arrive at Peak. We would arrive at Anor Londo. We fought on. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't without deaths. We even had to concede to summoning another NPC instead of fighting the area boss as a trio. But we wouldn't let this be the end of our journey. We were at rock bottom, but that only meant that we could go up from here. To defeat the Iron Golem, Sir Saunders, Mr. Fire, and Iron Tarkus allied themselves. With the despair that we had experienced, Mr. Fire had turned those tears we shed into fuel for his strongest pyromancy yet. Birthed from the fires of chaos, drawing upon the power of the Witch of Izalith's legacy, Mr. Fire debuted his newest, strongest spell yet. Chaos Storm! Suffice to say, Mr. Fire didn't use Chaos Storm for that much longer. With Iron Tarkus suplexing the Iron Golem nigh single-handedly, we defeated another wall that stood in front of us. With it, we were free. We were free from Sen's funhouse. We had been saved by Tarkus's giant fucking muscles, and we'd used that strength to launch us up and over the mountaintops to the city that felt so far away, but we had made it. We made it to Anor Londo. After arriving at the City of the Sun, Sir Saunders took a moment to reflect on himself. He was in Anor Londo, the city raised by the very gods that created this land, the very gods he would be sitting amongst if his quest was successful. However, he couldn't have done it alone. Without Mr. Fire's chaotic torrents of fire, without Zach Hadel's insatiable need to find a working bathroom, without jolly cooperation, he wouldn't have made it this far. Sir Saunders thought to Solaire, the man that had helped him truly begin his quest. A warrior of sunlight. It's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it? To serve them would be to serve in the stead of Lord Gwyn, to walk in his footsteps, to gain his power, to gain his miracles of lightning. The next Mr. Fire saw of Sir Saunders, he was aglow like the Pyromancer's flames, but stronger. Far stronger than before. Wielding the power of lightning in his hands, Sir Saunders was no longer a mere knight. He was a paladin who was quickly becoming worthy of his prophecy. He was becoming a second Lord Gwyn. The two warriors made their way through the city's architecture and rafters, taking the time to marvel at some impressive craftsmanship.
Anything? I'm recently divorced.
Oh.
I got the soul of my dead wife I could put in this statue.
Well. Hold on. Let's, there's something down this way. Ah! Hello! The trio fought against giant knights and bat demons, braved the heights, and fought through the Silver Knights, the last dregs of Gwyn's army. No more were we just 3 undead uniting under the banner of saving the world in foolish naivete. We were battle-hardened warriors. These were people fighting the Silver Knights, champions that had fought the everlasting dragons all those years ago. We were becoming heroes, and damn, did it feel good. We fought through the halls of Anor Londo, opened the castle gates, and it was time for our most anticipated fight yet. Fighting the first of Gwyn's 4 legendary knights, as well as the monstrous behemoth he allied himself with. It was time to solidify our path to becoming legends, to truly set ourselves on a course for our goal, to no longer be comparable to demons or to knights. We would walk among heroes of history. We would fight history. We would fight Knight Ornstein and Executioner Smo.
How close, Jenny?
Oh, pretty fucking close! No! Ah!